Still no clear report on the Prime Minister's wealth. Police take out 200 men in confrontation, and getaway robbery driver shot by Good Samaritan. This is Undiluted News. Mikey Bones reporting. Delroy Chuck, a member of the Integrity Commission Oversight Committee, claims that multiple issues regarding the financial dealings of the Prime Minister and Your Holiness are unclear in light of the Commission's most recent report. In a meeting on Tuesday, Mr. Chuck questioned the finality of the Commission's report and its handling of the investigation, following a motion brought forth by two opposition members asking the committee to support the referral for the Financial Investigation Division to look into Prime Minister Holness' statutory declarations further. He said the Commission had done 38,000 investigations and 28 bank accounts and still cannot give a clear report on the Prime Minister's asset, and all it leaves is pure speculation from page 1 to page 171. Because it had failed to come to any conclusion, it is now asking for the FID and the TAJ to assist. Mr. Chuck also questioned why the Integrity Commission did not consult the FID before sending the report to Parliament. Meanwhile, an ongoing war between two gangs in Gregtown and St. Andrew has taken a wicked twist as the syndicates have now been importing gunmen from other communities to aid in the conflict, according to the police. The 110 and the Gaza gang have been involved in a bloody turf war over recent months, resulting in several murders and shootings. But police said the war has taken an even more deadlier twist as the gangs, whose members are known to each other, have now sought and acquire help from gunmen from outside the communities. The outside gangsters are unknown to the arrivals and are being used to carry out attacks and shootings in the community, the police disclose. And this was apparently the tactics used on Sunday when 61-year-old Vincent Lyons, otherwise called Shortman, the father of one of the alleged gang leaders, was shot dead near his business place on Madden Street in the community. And that attack, police said, was reportedly carried out by men from Spanish Town who were brought into the community by the Gaza gang. The gang has also imported men from Waltham Park Road. The other gang, the 110 gang, the police shared have brought in men from Denham Town, Hannahtown, and Alman Town. Head of the Kingston Western Police Division, Senior Superintendent Michael Phipps, said crime fighters will rigorously target the gang members and their out-of-town cronies. A suspect was killed during a police operation in Clarendon on Monday. Rashid Campbell, a 36-year-old resident of Tollgate, was fatally shot during a police operation in the community. An illegal gun was reportedly seized. The police said that they went into the community in search of wanted fugitives and illegal guns. They reported that Campbell was fatally shot when he pulled a firearm and opened fire at the police party. The Independent Commission of Investigations Indicom is now probing that incident. Meanwhile, another fugitive was fatally shot during a reported confrontation with the police in Manchester yesterday. He is identified as Javan Blake, otherwise called Bala, a resident of Land Settlement in Manchester. Deputy Superintendent Kerry Duncan, head of the Manchester Police, said Blake was shot during a joint operation between the Manchester Police and Specialized Operations Branch in search of suspects behind the flare-up of violence in the parish. On the approach of the targeted premises, two men who were armed with firearms exited the building through a back door. Both men then opened gunfire in the direction of the police. The police, in defense of their lives, responded by returning gunfire in their direction. When the shooting subsided, one man was found suffering from what appeared to be gunshot wounds, and one 9mm semi-automatic pistol was recovered. The injured man was immediately taken to the Percy Junior Hospital, where he was pronounced dead upon arrival. The other perpetrator managed to make his escape within the community, he revealed. The police now have the gunmen on the run, and it seems this is the only way to bring crime down is to be on the offense at all times. Go hunt for them, don't expect them to come hand themselves in. Several have escaped to other islands, and most end up here in the United States. Kayota Satchel, the woman charged with the abduction and murder of 8-year-old Danielle Rowe, has now pleaded guilty to child stealing and murder. The guilty plea was entered yesterday in the Home Circuit Court. Daniela was abducted from Brighton Primary School in Portmore, St. Catherine on June 8 of last year. She was later found wandering in the corporate area with a wound to her throat, and Danielle died days later while being treated at hospital. Meanwhile, Ian Somerville, who was before the court for the June 2020 murder of Jerome Harris on Regent Street in Kingston, was set free on Monday after his trial was halted. Somerville's attorney Shamar Hansen and Franklin Grenion were prepared to defend their client when he appeared in the Home Circuit Court, but the prosecution's witness said he was unable to recall the details of the incident. The witness also denied giving a statement to the police in relation to the murder, but investigating officers insisted that the witness did provide a statement. And you can see that the witness is scared he was probably threatened. And this is a normal thing about a murder. The witness, in order to save his life or the life of his wife, mother, father, or children, goes to court and say, "Me never seen nothing." Police cannot protect you. The accused was subsequently freed after the prosecutor offered no further evidence against him. Somerville, otherwise called Budjo of Wellington Street in Kingston, was charged with murder and illegal possession of firearm in October of 2020. And the Denham Town reported that Mr. Harris was standing outside a cook shop on June 29 when he was shot several times by gunmen. Somerville was then picked up during an operation. An alleged getaway driver was shot and injured after gunmen challenged a licensed firearm holder during an attempted robbery at a bar in Spaldings on Monday. Police said about 3:30 a.m., three gunmen alighted from a motor car and were attempting to burglarize the bar when its security system alerted the owner of the establishment. Police said a licensed firearm holder responded to the burglary attempt and challenged the gunmen in a shootout. One of the men, identified as the driver of the vehicle in which the gunmen traveled, was shot and wounded. Police said his two cronies managed to escape. The injured man remains in hospital under police guard. And this is the only thing that can lower violence and murder in Jamaica. Arm the citizens like how they do it in Florida and Texas, and watch how easy crime and murder goes down. I've been saying this for 19 years. A man will not go into a place and rob it if he thinks people in there are armed and will shoot back. On to sports, we start with Manning Cup. Wolmer's made it 4 wins from 4 games and overcame Tivoli 4-2, and they now move to 12 points in Zone E. Tivoli is in second with 9 points. St. Jago now move into third with a 9-0 flogging of last place Edith Dalton James. And in Zone B, Charlie Simit move into second place with a 4-0 flogging of Waterford, while Mona lead that group with 12 points. On to the Costa Cup, Manning School doing great, winning 4 of 4, likewise Cornwall College, Anchovy and Belair. And some teams have already played 5 and 6 games without a loss. Unbeaten teams so far are Spot Valley, Christiana, Homewood, Glenmore, Dintil, Magrat, Ocherius, Happy Grove, Port Antonio, Frome Tech, Titchfield, and Central. And we now give you the scores on those games that were played yesterday. Over in Irving, Irving beat Herbert Morrison 3-1. Malden beat St. James at Jarrett Park 2-0. Cornwall College did a 5-1 hammering of Green Pond. Cambridge beat Green Island 3-0, while Mannings beat Grangehill 5-0. Spot Valley edge William Nib 1-0. Cedric Titus beat Discovery Bay 4-2. Mushet also did a 4-2 beating of Holland. Lacovia and BB Coke played to a 0-0 draw, while Christiana beat Knox College 2-1. Mile Gully edge Alston 1-0. Lennon beat Denby 3-1. Garvey Masio hammer Kempshill 5-1. Fogar Road demolished Veer with a 4-0 beating. Charlemont beat Tatius Golding 2-1. Ocherius did a 10-1 hammering of Ferncourt. Abbott Nat Gallimore beat York Castle 1-0, while Brownstone and Marcus Garvey played to a 1-all draw. And Port Antonio was the biggest winner of the day, beating Iona 20-0. Yes, you heard that right. Port Antonio 20, Iona 0. And that's going to be news and sports on your favorite radio. My name is Mikey Bones. I gone.